Is the Bloodline finished? Well, it certainly looks that way as the Usos split from Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa on the 16th June SmackDown. However, looks can be deceiving and a new group may emerge from the ashes stronger than its predecessor. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at how Roman Reigns can build the Bloodline 2.0. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new channel, Wrestlelamia Shorts. Now the Bloodline is over, with Jey and Jimmy Uso set to take on Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa at Money in the Bank in a match aptly named the Bloodline Civil War. With rumours that Solo Sikoa could be the next person to lead the Bloodline, what will Roman Reigns do if it's just him and the Tribal Council Paul Heyman? Assuming Solo walks out, Roman could embark on his own, perhaps even dismissing Paul Heyman. Nevertheless, Reigns has another option, rebuilding the Bloodline from the ground up again. While that idea may seem ludicrous, two factors make this a possibility. The first is the abundance of wrestlers in the Anoa'i dynasty who can join the head of the table. The second is wrestling's history of factions rebuilding after the loss of one or more members. Pro wrestling is full of instances of famous factions losing members only to come back stronger than ever. Four Horsemen fans will remember Ole Anderson leaving the original lineup only to be replaced by Lex Luger. Luger was eventually replaced by Barry Windham, leading to the lineup many Horsemen fans consider the best in the group's long history. Likewise, DX lost Shawn Michaels to injury only to bounce back with the addition of the New Age Outlaws and X-Pac, forming an equally solid, if not greater lineup than the original. Now, not every faction that reforms succeeds, but given the WWE's excellent booking of the Bloodline, there's no reason to think that the group can't come back stronger than ever if the WWE uses the same skill in rebuilding the group as it did with constructing the original. Leaving the Bloodline in a weakened condition is a good way to tease that Roman Reigns' title run is in jeopardy, that is until one or more new members of the Bloodline join him. This can also add the excitement of a Bloodline Civil War, potentially leading to a War Games match between the Usos and their allies, which would likely be Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. But who could Roman Reigns bring in his new Bloodline? Well, here are a few possibilities. The first being Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu currently wrestles in Major League Wrestling and distinguished himself there as the longest reigning MLW World Champion of 819 days. Jacob is the son of the Tonga Kid, aka Tama, and had no interest in the grappling game until he saw his cousins Jey and Jimmy Uso wrestling. Ironically, while the Usos were often referred to the Uso Penitentiary, Jacob was incarcerated at the time, serving time for robbery. Unlike his cousins, Jacob Fatu is double tough and has earned the nickname the Samoan Werewolf for his ferocity. It's easy to imagine Jacob jumping to the WWE and serving as one of Roman's new associates. The only problem is that Jacob is currently under contract to MLW, and according to a report from Wrestling Inc., Fatu is committed to Court Bauer's promotion for the foreseeable future. Back in 2020, it was reported that he signed a 5-year contract extension with MLW. While Fatu could act for a release, the WWE is unlikely to press the matter as MLW is currently suing the WWE with part of its lawsuit alleging that WWE has tampered with MLW wrestlers under contract. The next is Lance Anoa'i. 31-year-old Lance Anoa'i also works in MLW. Lance is the son of Samu and currently holds the MLW World Tag Team Championship with Tongan wrestler Juicy Fanu. Lance, Juicy and Jacob have their own faction, the Samoan SWAT team, which is running roughshod in MLW. Like Jacob Fatu, Lance signed a multi-year deal with MLW, which likely will keep him from heading to the WWE short of a buyout. But those are the possibilities, but what about the more likely members? While MLW appears to have Jacob and Lance locked down to contracts, there are 3 other members of the Anoa'i dynasty that could align with Roman Reigns. The first is Zilla Fatu. 27-year-old Zilla Fatu is the son of WWE superstar Umaga. Zilla began training with Booker T's Reality of Wrestling promotion in December 2022 and is scheduled to work his first match on 15th July. While Zilla might seem too inexperienced to compete on the main roster, he could serve a role as Roman's bodyguard, giving him more time to train until WWE officials feel he's ready to rumble. Depending on his status, the WWE may even put him into the ring sooner rather than later, working to protect him in tag matches. The next is Manu, aka Afa Anoa'i. Manu is the son of Afa from the Wild Samoans. Longtime fans may remember Manu working in the WWE from 2007 to 2009, including a program alongside the Legacy's Randy Orton, Ted DiBiase Jr. and Cody Rhodes. The 38-year-old grappler has stayed busy on the independent circuit and currently owns the Battlefield Pro Wrestling promotion. Man who has the look and skills to fit right in alongside Roman Reigns and can help round out any new group. And the other is no stranger, as it could be Rikishi. While Rikishi's in-ring days are the thing of the past, the 57-year-old WWE Hall of Famer would fit in well as an elder statesman guiding the new version of the Bloodline. The dramatic possibilities are plenty. First, Rikishi's allegiance to Roman Reigns rather than his sons Jey and Jimmy Uso could create some sensational storytelling, especially if Rikishi eventually decides to side with Jey and Jimmy. Second, Roman might bring in Rikishi in order to have someone from his family share their experience, a situation which could lead to jealousy from Roman's tribal council Paul Heyman. Would Heyman try to undermine Rikishi in order to oust him from the Bloodline, and if so, how would Roman react? Rikishi has weighed in several times about Bloodline business via social media, which suggests he may be preparing to share his wisdom with Roman Reigns. But the Bloodline 2.0 should be bigger, better, and badder than ever. A new Bloodline could lead to a new reign of terror in the WWE as Roman Reigns regains his confidence by assembling an even more violent group of family members willing to serve him. One of the X factors is whether Solo Sikoa will remain by Roman's side or grow tired of him, much as Jey and Jimmy Uso did. The WWE has dropped subtle hints that Sikoa is his own man and that while he seems to respect Roman, he doesn't bow down to him. If Solo does leave the Bloodline, let's hope the WWE doesn't drag things out as fans wonder whether his allegiances align between his brothers and his cousin. A new Bloodline will make for an instant program against the Usos, who are currently out of the tag team title picture and frankly don't need to jump back in anytime soon. One of the more intriguing aspects of the new Bloodline is how the WWE would elevate them in order to make them competitive against the Usos, arguably the greatest tag team competing in WWE today, titles or no titles. The Usos had enough experience when the WWE elevated them alongside Roman to make their dominance seem credible. They handled Solo Sikoa's main roster debut to perfection, booking him as a monster with less than a handful of losses on TV. Nonetheless, Solo has a unique look and projects an aura of menace, unlike many wrestlers. Could the WWE do the same with new members of the Bloodline? It will take more than a string of victories over the WWE's opponents to get them over, especially if the universe perceives them as an inferior version of the Bloodline. That being said, the WWE has the genius of Paul Heyman to build up the new Bloodline as well as Triple H's investment in protecting the Roman Reigns brand. Let's give the WWE the benefit of the doubt and see where Bloodline 2.0 could lead in 2023 and beyond. As mentioned, the first program would be a Bloodline Civil War, which could easily last until Survivor Series. This could not only entertain the WWE universe, but put Roman Reigns' title defenses on the back burner, saving the WWE from needlessly sacrificing more top stars to Reigns. The WWE also has the option of Jey and Jimmy Uso challenging Roman for the Undisputed Championship, again keeping Roman from squashing other top stars. A Bloodline Civil War has two interesting outcomes. The first is a complete split from Roman Reigns as his Bloodline 2.0 goes about its own ways, giving in to the same frustrations as the original Bloodline. A second possibility is that the two Bloodlines reunite, forming an even stronger faction. This could make it seem impossible for Roman Reigns to lose a title, which in turn would compel the WWE to craft a clever storyline for when Reigns eventually drops the title, should that ever happen. A new Bloodline could add some freshness to a storyline that could grow old fast, adding life to Roman's title run and fans' fascination with the Bloodline. While things look bleak for Roman, fans have witnessed so many other scenarios where Roman emerged stronger than ever. Bloodline 2.0 be the latest example? What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments down below. I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.